Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
It's Tamara.
And Ozzie with Century 21 New Heritage.
We're here today with the Local Scoop Live. We come to you every week and chat about what we hear in the coffee shop, what's going on in the surrounding areas of Huntley, Crystal Lake, Algonquin. Carrie, you get it. We lurk around the coffee shop, so
Yes, sometimes, yeah, you can find us in, the coffee shops, some of the shops in town. No,
no. Mm-mm.
yeah, right.
My husband
Well,
might
you
be
can.
watching this. I'm never in any shops.
No, that's true. But
So
anyway,
this week, the big headline, I mean, if you're in Huntley and you go into the coffee shop, you're going to hear people talking about the train
the train, the
station.
metro station,
Yes,
yes.
Huntley said no to the train station and stop in Huntley, and people feel some kind of way about it, one way or another.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of strong feelings, a lot of comments. I
Comments.
know there's I heard a rumor of a petition going around. So, I
It's
think
good.
there's a lot of yay and nays out there, and we were just chatting about it ourselves, and we wanted to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so type in your comments and, we'll try and answer. If you have any questions, we'll try and answer them. And if not, we'll come back to them.
And don't forget to follow and comment and let us know where you're watching from. Because actually, when you talk about things like this that are going on in a small town and you think, well, people that live in Huntley care. Well, people beyond Huntley care, other people, other areas that they're thinking about.
Considering moving to the area.
We actually had a commenter that reached out to us from Germany, and the company that this person works for is going to be in Huntley, and really was wanting to know more about the train station and what it means as far as living in Huntley. And I mean,
And does it affect, home ownership? Does it affect the value of your home? Well,
that is a
you know,
question people have, because generally they have found that homes along a commuter line have a little bump in property values. In
I don't
Huntley,
think in
I'm not
Huntley you're
sure.
gonna gain
Yeah.
too much, only because Huntley has so many different amenities, and that's what attracts the people to Huntley. And also the school district is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
and I think the people that are attracted to Huntley were already attracted because of the small town charm.
right.
And I don't know that we would get much of a bump in property values from it. Now, would it be convenient if we didn't have to
Oh,
factor
of
in the
course.
financial part of it? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I would use it, but then again, how much would I use it? That was one of the big factors. They said that for saying no was that the projected usage was only between 200 and 300 daily riders by
By
2045.
2045, right?
So that's not a lot.
Right. So
And when
then how are you going to make up for those costs,
Yeah, well, it's a $275 million project. So yeah, absolutely. I don't think 200 to 300 daily riders is going to keep the ongoing costs, let
Right.
alone the investment going. Although I know that this was mostly funded. But still, we needed to have a train station built, parking.
And there's already limited parking on the square, so all that,
Yes.
would add more congestion to it.
Yes, absolutely.
And so I can see, why you wouldn't want to have it, but at the same time, I know, I mean, I use it. I'll go downtown with my kids, and it's just the reliability of not having to drive, and just being able to concentrate on being with them for that whole hour, like
Because the
that.
whole idea of it was to reconnect Chicago to Rockford, because that line, the Blackhawk line, was done away with in 1981. So
Right.
this would have brought that back. And
They're talking it would connect like 5 different counties.
Yes.
So Winnebago, McHenry, and
Book, Boone.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep, 5.
5. So yeah, it said 5. I can't remember exactly the
Mhm.
ones, but yeah, it's 5 different uh, counties. And so, other towns that may be interested in it, I think, Marengo might be
Oh,
one.
well, yeah,
But
that was one of the questions somebody had asked regarding the video that we had done was who's going to be up next, you know? And
Right.
I know that Belvedere and Marengo have expressed interest. I think I think both of those towns could benefit and probably accommodate what needs to
When
go
it's-
in, the parking and the structure more easily than Huntley because, Huntley's already got a lot of congestion and parking is an issue.
Right. And it definitely changed, I think, the charm on the square. So,
Mhm.
you know, I like the way it is, I guess. But, with growth comes some of those issues.
And I think that the big 3 reasons that they declined it was a matter of cost.
Hmm.
I think that Huntley is very fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
I think
Conservative. So,
very
yeah.
conservative, and they've won an award, I think, 18 years in a row as far as being, fiscally responsible. And, when they're looking at it and they're looking at those projected daily riders of 200 to 300 by 2045, mind you,
Right.
that's a ways out. That's 20 years from now. And we're only up to that. So where I think their concern is where might that financial burden fall? And they are concerned that it would fall on the taxpayers. And I think the taxpayers would say, thank you.
Right.
As far as that, if it's up in the air, the other thing that they cited was a lack of parking,
Hmm.
which we already struggle with that on a daily basis. Today was trick or treating downtown.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It was great to see all the kids in their
Oh,
costumes, and yeah, they were all really cute.
Yep, and a
But
great turnout,
yeah,
a wonderful turnout on the square, but finding parking, not great. Not great. And then the third reason they said it is just wanting to protect, Huntley's small town charm. And I think that is something that everybody cites when they look at Huntley or
Mhm.
they experience, or if you ask them to describe Huntley, I think charming is one of those words that we hear the most often.
Right. Hmm.
So, those were the reasons. Now, how do the demographics that are affected by it, like, how would you think our Del Webb residents would feel about it?
Well, I mean, the congestion definitely,
Yeah.
and so they come to a resort style,
Mhm.
community, and I think adding the train, well, now it's,
Yes,
And add to
definitely. I
that.
mean, yeah, Del Webb is supposed to be a resort community, and the more traffic, well, unless you want to say it's just going to be just like Orlando. But I don't think most of the people that chose to live in Del Webb, Sun City, Huntley, were looking for Orlando type traffic.
Right.
That's a lot of the feedback that I'm getting from Del Webb residents.
Mhm.
Now, if we look at a different demographic, like
Younger families.
younger families who may experience more easy access to jobs in Schaumburg or Chicago or Elgin, the commute would be easier, which then makes it more accessible for them to take a job and provide for their families. They might,
Yeah,
they
but we're
might be
so close to
looking.
I-90 too, so.
We are. So, and I think most people that already live here, they already they're already driving. Now, when we like our German friend, in Europe, I mean,
Public
transit is
transportation, right, is
very,
key.
yeah,
Mhm.
public transportation is very important to them. So, yeah, I'm sure if they've been watching the Huntley area and they're thinking about relocating here, they're probably watching this decision pretty closely.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm
We're curious to know what you think, what your feelings are towards that, and yeah, we'd be
and are there some perspectives and components to this that the city didn't cite and that we haven't thought of here today. Yeah, I mean, what are you guys thinking? I hope you'll share.
Please do. And so we're going to be doing the local lives.
Once a week.
Look, well,
We have-
it's actually called the Local Scoop Live with Tamara and Ozzie. And we're going to start doing one of these once a week. So stay tuned.
And share your topics. You know, what are you hearing in the coffee shop? What has got people talking? Because I think those are great topics for us to share and just kind of bounce around and get your perspectives and share ours. And then, you know, real estate wise, I mean, in this particular one, you know, like we said, there's talk about, you know, the property value bumping up because of the, again, as realtors, I think that would have been minimal for Huntley because Huntley is already so connected with such close access to I-90. It's a very connected community. And that's one of the reasons we're seeing so many people moving out from the city and the closer to the city suburbs too. Right. Like Huntley and Algonquin and Crystal Lake. Crystal Lake, not as much because they have a little bit longer jaunt to I-90, but Algonquin and Huntley for sure. So, yeah. But hey, thanks for joining us here today. And yeah,
we'll see you next.
I guess Huntley's going to stay car powered for now, right? So we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
Give us a like and hey, subscribe to our channel.
I know you probably have a million suggestions, but please bear in mind this is our second. Well, yeah, the other one's the Facebook Live. Yeah, we had technical difficulties, so it was only on Facebook. Intended to be YouTube, but you know, the technical difficulties always happen in the first few issues. So bear with us, and we will do our best to keep improving. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.